Alrighty. We are semi-live here. Guest starring Kalia J here. She's here. So if you hear some talking in the background and stuff, know that that is her. Let's see here. Let me get the angle straight and everything so we can get a little light here. Excuse me, Talia. I'm bringing your dog over here. Watch your head, baby girl. Actually, let's put this on the floor. Let's be safe. Uh-oh. Can y'all see? Anthony, are you in? I'm looking for comments here. Let's see here. I should be able to see y'all comments. Hello. I hope I get a neon rare too. We are definitely hoping on that. Let me no, move, Kalia. Let me just get my video pulled up with it, and then I can start here, guys. No, you gotta call Mickey Mouse in the other room, buddy. All right, here we go. Let me see. Let's pull this up. Yes, baby. All right, let me just make sure I can see the comments. That's all I'm looking for, guys. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm always chasing the Wanderer. You know she stay on the move, so we gotta find the Wanderer. She is the one to go after. So that's who we're gonna be chasing. That is gonna be one. Hello, welcome to the chat. Well, welcome to the stream. I didn't see who that was that came in. Let's see here. Alrighty. We got our box right here. I was trying to wait. Again, this is courtesy of Mr. Anthony. He out there saving us, fighting the good fight for America. And so, yeah, he still wanted me to open a pack for him so we can see, you know, what he gets in his box. So he letting us open on his channel, and yeah, hopefully more power to him. Hopefully get some good pulls, and we can make it happen. And Kalia, no. Oh, ain't nothing in there. Here you go. So, and I do have my daughter present today or whatever. So if you hear a lot of noise in the background, that's her running around. Like I said, it's Kalia, my little special one there. So have fun, baby girl. Play with your stuff. And then we're going to kick this off. I was trying to wait to see if we can get Anthony in here. But he's taking his precious time. So we're going to go ahead and start then. Actually, let me see if I can get this put in the chat here. Yeah, let me just share the link real quick to get the other people. Girl, you are not sneezing. Let me go ahead and post this real quick. Alrighty. Cool. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and start this up, so I don't have y'all waiting forever. Alright. Let's hope for some good pulls. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get this plastic off. We'll start there. Hopefully this time we get less of the blurriness going on. And hopefully the audio isn't too bad here. Go do that over there. All right, cool. So we are going to get our little packs here. We're gonna pull that out. Hello, hello. Welcome to the chat here. Welcome to the stream. Magic Collector's Box. Let's make it happen. Alrighty. Like I said again, this is courtesy of Anthony. Like I said, he out there fighting a good fight. He's gonna let us open his box and show it off for the channel. So I'm ready for it. Thank you, Anthony, for this. Welcome to the chat. Let's see what you pull, sir. I'm gonna pull these out to the side, and we're gonna get to it real quick. Like I said, I got my little assistant over here. Oh yeah, hopefully so. Appreciate it, Ellis. Let's go here. Opening the first pack. Can we hit big on the first one? Maybe we can hit that, what's his name? The demon. That, yeah, the one that's worth a whole lot with his neon thing. I forgot all about that guy. That would be the awesomest pull, wouldn't it? That would be amazing. Let me know if this is too blurry. I think that was what we had an issue with last time. No problem, man. No problem. So hopefully it's not this time. Hopefully we got a better angle in here. Actually, I probably should work a better angle for myself so I can see better. All right, cool. So I'm not going to go through and do all the talk that we did last time. I'm pretty sure by now y'all have seen most of the cards. So we're going to skip to the good greatness as fast as we can. First off, that foil planes. Can't beat these Yu-Gi-Oh lands. They are the best thing to ever exist, I think, in Magic. I don't know if anything else can compare to that. Let's go to the next one. Aki. Man, I wish this card was good. Jukai Training. It's a beautiful card, but not that great. Oh, we got the Covert Technician for Alter Art. She is pretty. Glad. Thank you, sir, for letting me know if it's clear. I'll keep the ninjas out to the side just because they're amazing. The four ones, you probably want them anyways. Got the lands. And off the rip, we got a Mythic Tezzeret Betrayer of Flesh. The regular standard 4-1. Can't miss this guy. This guy is dope. I actually didn't realize how great he was until I started seeing him in games and playing him in a game. But man, if you make clue tokens, or if you're using the Sensei's Divining Top, because it's the first activation ability, it reduces it by 2. You literally can top every turn, or you can use a clue every turn to kind of get some more value. So he's amazing. So off rip, we got that Mythic hitting good right there. We also have Release to the Wind, another rare here. This is from the Commander deck, right? I think. Yeah, it was from the Commander deck for Kotori. But this is the extended art. Great card. It's Graveyard Hateful White. We don't get that very often. So there's our rare. Let's put the Mythics. Let me see. Make some room over here. Put the Mythics over here. And the rares over here. And then I'll put the well-kept uncommons over here. And then everything else just be off in the junk pile. Cool, cool, cool. And our lands. We put our lands here. We'll try that to begin with. All right. Next rare. Oh, man. Got Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Y'all know that's that Kiki Jiki clone right there. So that's a great rare in red. I mean, it's not as strong as the regular Kiki Jiki, but hey, it does all the same, you know. If you can make it work, you can make it work. Oh, another rare right here. We hitting big. Mythic and 3 rares. Kamigawa Transients. If you're playing an enchantment deck or any enchantress deck, this is like, why not have it? For the simple fact is, every time you play an enchantment, you get a +1 counter, as well as when you play an enchantment, if it's in a graveyard, it puts it back on the battlefield. So it's its own recursion. This thing is amazing. Oh, and the 4th rare. Look at that. Cloud Steel Kieran, full extended art. This card is basically that I forgot the name of the angel. Help me out if y'all think of it or whatever. But it's that one angel, that platinum angel, right? That basically keeps you from losing a game. Um, Everybody thought it was gonna be a big hitter. I haven't seen it played a lot in most of my games, but I mean it's there if you want it, and it's pretty dope or whatever. Great for equipment decks, and it's a creature in itself. So there you go. And we got a little construct token. Cool, cool, cool. All right, that was the first pack, and that was pretty platinum angel. Thank you for that. Oh yeah, Tezzeret gonna work on a clue deck. Yes, yes, yes. We're going with the next one. Here you go. You want the paper? All right. Oh shoot, that's right. Flip the tokens. Let me see. Oh, samurai on the other side. Yeah, you can't get no better than that. So you need that for what's name. That's true. That's true. You true. My bad. Let's do that. Yeah, got it flipped there. Cool. Starting that off, Disruption Protocol. This is a really cool counter spell. A lot of people sleep on it, but if you actually are running artifacts, this actually can come in handy because I mean it basically becomes your second counter spell. Because most artifacts you can tap a random artifact that never taps. You know you can use that. Kitsune Ace. You're welcome, baby girl. Uh-oh. Like I said, guys, I got Kali in here, so it's gonna be a little slight interruption because she is no holds bar. Here you go. Cool, cool. Sorry about that noise, y'all. I missed that last live text, the last live message. Let's see here. When we were young, get past the bad stuff. All right, and there we go. That black swamp foil. That thing is beautiful. Cannot beat that. Cannot beat that. Those lands are just amazing. Goblet Samurai, Moon Circuit Hacker, Coiling Stalker. Maybe we won't just hold on to these uncommons. We'll just put them in the stack. We can always go back to them later. All right, our first rare. The Dragon Comet Reborn. This card, I think is a little bit of a sleeper too, because if you run a lot of creatures, especially if you're running a dragon deck, this thing can come in handy just to kind of set you off, put some stuff to the side, and get some free casts out of it. So yeah, and then on the other side it becomes the Dragon Kami's Egg, and then you can always restart this process if you have any kind of flicker or bounce. So good card here. Another rare here, Smoke Spirit's Aid. This is a extended art border or borderless card, sorry, from the Chishiro deck, the precon. So really cool if you're playing enchantments in red. Oh, nice one here, Lion Sash, borderless, always nice. Lion Sash is another one of those white graveyard hate cards. We don't get many of those in white, and this one has a lot of value to it. It's a creature and an equipment at the same time, so can't beat that. I've seen this save some people lives at some mono white decks and a few games I played lately, and I think it'll have a nice little long future. All right, next rare is the Restoration of Iganjo. This is basically a tutor for your planes or whatnot. That's to me that's his biggest thing going on. I think we got a little sneak peek at the next card. We're gonna go to it in a minute though. Architect of Restoration, what it turns into, it basically becomes an attack or blocker that can create a 1/1, and if it can survive, you can create multiple. All right, y'all ready for the next one? This is gonna be a hit. It's what we were looking for. Bam, and it's foil, boy. We got a winner. Bum, bum, bum. Kalia, what do you say to a winner? Don't be embarrassed. Let's call it cool. There we go. That's our first big mythic, foil Wandering Emperor. I don't know how much she is in the foil, but I'm pretty sure she's hitting big. That is a nice hit. Now, if it would have been the other art, we really would have been in the hundreds. But this one right here, this one's nice. I'm not the biggest fan of this art, but this thing is gorgeous and foil though. It makes me reconsider my whole thoughts on it. So yeah, this one, there you go, Anthony. Go big on that one. And the Wanderer has been doing her thing in the past month or so since she's released or whatever. People were sleeping on when she first came out. Since she hit, she has been hitting. So great card, great mythic right there. And then we have, and that Samurai go great with her because she creates Samurai, so 4/1. And then you got the Human Monk token, other side, another Samurai. So just if you need another Samurai to go with her. That's perfect. Can't beat that. Oh man, so we starting off with that heat. Pack 2 was pretty dope. Pretty dope, to say the least. All right. Let's go for our next one. What is that? It's not a horn, buddy. Kids got an imagination. But all right, let's go with these comments. Get the little lands out of the way. Dragon Spark Reactor. People sleeping on that one too. That's actually a really good card in my artifact deck. So keep your eyes open for that one. It'll probably come into play later in life. The Fall of Conda. Oh, and then our next little foily land is a mountain. So we just going down the color gamut right now, straight down the color pot. That thing is beautiful. All right, Reinforced Ronin, Iganjo Exemplar, the White Ninja. Alrighty, then you got the Capitec Wrecker in full, and bam, we have a Beseiju in foil. It's not the Altar or Borderless, but even the regular one is still a Mama Jamma. You cannot beat Beseijus, man. Beseiju is going to have a long life in this format of Magic, period. I think in either format, but anything that requires fast mana and low mana is an easy win for it right then and there. This card is just very versatile, and yeah, and the fact that it has channel, very few interactions that you can make with channel. So yeah, that's a hitter. Another rare hit right there. That's a really good rare hit. Bam, Beseiju. Concord with the Kami. This one is another rare enchantment. I think it came from the Chishiro deck. I'm not sure. Cool little card or whatever. I don't know much about those. I haven't really seen this one played a lot. Always at the beginning of your end step, choose one or more, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature with a counter on it. Draw a card if you control an enchanted creature. Create a 1/1 color spirit creature token if you control a Cryptic creature. Oh, it's at the end of each end step, so that's not bad. Pretty cool card. Oh, and then we got another land, the Ganjo Seat of the Empire. Another one of those channel lands. This one's not the best land, but it's still versatile and very useful. The fact that it comes in untapped makes it a very useful land, and then the fact that it's legendary works perfectly fine in Commander. And then the fact that, I mean, you literally can remove a creature for 1 white with attacking and defense, and most creatures it will remove, so it's definitely very useful. And it's a borderless art. It's beautiful. So you can't beat that. That's a really good one. Alt Art Reality Chip. Oh man, this card, I think a lot of people were really excited for it at first, were super happy for it, but kind of fell off of it. So it kind of fell down in the price gamut and in the love. But I think it's going to see a recurrence later in life, because there are a couple things you can do with this to really kind of pop it off and make it go really far. So beautiful art right there with the anime style. Love this little border that they have for Kamigawa. So that's a really good rare right there too. Looking good. Oh, Kyode, Soul of Kamigawa. So this is our 5-color commander or whatnot in this set, and she is slightly underwhelming. Beautiful card. But I mean, she gives you 5 colors, and I'm pretty sure at some point somebody will find a way to break a card, because they always find a way to break any and all cards. So don't sleep on it for too long. This is a beautiful card though, and it's in full. So yeah. And here's our token, Construct and Spirit. Cool. Kylie, what are you doing? No, calm down. All right, here we go. Next one. She's playing with my sword for whatever reason.
She got hurt?
No, it's she. It's not one of the sharp ones.
Okay. Oh. Come on. Let's get out of Daddy's room.
Okay.
Where was this?
It was on stand on the wall.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, Kylie. Mommy gotta take you away. Okay, I'm on stream.
Let's go.
Close the door. Thank you. Oh my goodness. See, that's what you get when you have kids, guys. Hope y'all ready. Don't have kids before you're ready. All right, going to the next one. All right, guys. But yeah, let's move it forward. Covert Technician, Roadside. All right, cool. Back on the lands. Another one. Yeah, you get ready for that, Anthony, when you come back. She gonna be at that age getting into everything. Beautiful Foil Swamp. Isn't it exciting on Black Magic Commander? You never know what you're gonna get, guys. All right, let's go through these. Oh, that Full Moon Snare Specialist. The 4 ninjas just look good. And then here we go with the rare Tasanari Toad Rider, the regular edition, which is perfectly okay and perfectly fine for me. I think that is the better art. I'm not too into the anime art of this one. So the regular art is just fine. It's in foil. So cool little card, basically soul tie, enchantress. So pretty dope. She's gonna tear them things up. That's what happens. All right, cool. Collision of Realms. This is another card I think that came out of potentially came out. I don't know if it came out of the Cheshire deck. If it did, it's a pretty cool card. It basically tucks all all the creatures on the board, and any non-tucking creatures allows you to that gets tucked allows you to just basically flip creatures on top of your library. So very useful. Goa Girl, Disciple of Ryusei. There we go. I love this card. It's not the strongest card, but it's a Goblet Samurai. I was happy to see it. Beautiful card. So you love to see it. So he's dope. Another Coyote. This one's alternate art, but no foil. So that's kind of a little repeat. Our first repeat. All right, and then Teachers of the Kirin. Have I seen this art? I haven't noticed. It's very shiny this time. I'm assuming there's only one art of this thing, but this art is kind of shiny. It looks really nice. It milled with stage one, milled 3 cards, created one color creature token. Part two is put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then the third one is exile. It comes back as a creature. The Kirin touched Orochi. Okay, whenever Kirin touched Orochi attacks, choose one exile target creature card from a graveyard. When you do, create a 1/1 color spirit creature token. Exile target non-creature card from a graveyard. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Okay, little versatility in the cards. I mean, it's a decent mana cost. It's only 2, gets you a body on the field and pumps it up. So, or pump up anything else. So yeah, it's not a bad card. It's a Snake Monk. It's really beautiful in foil. So it's a rare. There we go. Add that to the pile, and then we got our treasure token and a samurai on the back. Beautiful. All right, cool. Moving along. Let's get to that next pack. The only thing I hate about this is these packs are not the easiest thing to open. That's for sure. All right, let's get to the goodies. Get Pat. Oh, that hover bike. I love it. Full Silver Firm Master. He's beautiful too. Master Splinter there, guys. In foil. All right, we got the foil Forest. This thing is nice. Like I say, the Yuka lands are just amazing. Regardless of the color, it just looks good. Let's go past these ninjas. Prosperous Thief. This ninja is the ninja of the ages. People slept on this card, and this thing will get you some treasures if you're running ninjas. If you're running rogues, you can go either way. So she's useful on 2 ends. So you will definitely see her around as long as you see rogues, as long as you see ninjas. For each player you attack, you get you a treasure token. So, or deal damage to. Sorry, you'll get you a treasure token. So she's dope. And here we go. Our number 1 rare here is Satoru Umazawa. The regular art, he is really cool. I mean, the value of him is like tore down just because they have so many printed versions of him plus the box topper. But this card, when I say people slept on them ninjas, oh, they slept on them ninjas. This guy gives anything ninjutsu that's in your hand, so he is really cool. So whether you use him as a commander or if you sneakily put him in a deck that has a lot of big creatures like dragons and things like that, you put him on the field, sneak you out of dragon real quick, pretty dope. So don't sleep on that guy. Yeah, the rogues do it. And then we got Kotori, Pilot Prodigy. There's our third mythic up today. She is from the commander deck. She's the face commander of the Kotori Pilot deck with Shokai. I mean, this would have hit hard if it had been Shokai, but you know, Kotori is dope. If you play any vehicles, she is going to be useful. And if we ever go back to Kaladesh, should be a go-to card. So don't sleep on it. All right, rare wise, we got Myling Mech. This was really cool. So if you're running a lot of non-legendary creatures, when that creature cruises this vehicle, it actually becomes a copy of it. And so you can use this ability, and it's a 4/3 flyer. So I mean, when you're playing a ninja deck and you got this in a ninja deck, it's great for that because it's gonna basically fly over people's head. It's not gonna be as small as your normal ninjas. So very useful card. Oh, and there's another our next and second in this pack mythic. My fourth for the day, Nashi Moon Sage's Scion. This is Tamio's son. We all know the fate of Tamio, unfortunately. But this guy is a rat ninja, and in the story, he's supposed to be really smart too and a tech head. So he's talking about looking for his mom and trying to bring her back. So he might be creating a new weather light in the Magic Universe and might try to learn how to traverse planes. I don't know. That's speculation. That's just part of my lore thought. I'm just saying. But he is a dope card. I mean, you hit with the ninjutsu, you exile top card of everybody's deck, and you pay life to cast one of those cards. Really cool, really versatile. I use it in my Satoru Umazawa deck, in my ninja deck, and I use it to take extra turns or cast something really big outside my library. So has a lot of variety. Can work in a mono black deck or as a in a ninja deck. So really cool card, and the art is sweet. He's Baka Mice from Mars. Here we got another rare, March of Wretched Sorrow. It's a rare here. Basically, as a digital cost to cast a spell, you may exile a number of black cards from your hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way, which mirrors all the other marches that are in this set. March of Wretched Sorrow deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain X life. So yeah, gaining some life there. So that's a good way to take out creatures on the battlefield and gain some life. I actually use it in my Satoru Umazawa deck. Could also work in a Crick deck too, depending on how you play. And then you have your Rat Rogue token and a Samurai. There we go. Cool. All right, halfway through. Here we go. This is the last one for the halfway mark. So far, so good. And I think one of the biggest things to this is one of the first releases of the collector pack. So we got some really good pulls or whatnot. So yeah, let's do this thing. Let's go past the little fish, and we're gonna run right into this foil island boy. You know how to do it, foil and beautiful. Let me see if I can move this up a little bit. We won't have how to have room for the rest of them, right? Oh, come on, guys, hold on. Let me get this space properly. You know what I'm saying? Life is hard for the cards when they're so beautiful. There we go. All right, cool. Continuing on, let's see what else we got. I love that art for Imperious Doer or whatever. Her art is beautiful. She actually is really good in a Warriors and a Samurai deck because she taps out creatures when you're attacked by herself. So if you run in Voltron, she's useful. Another Covert Technician, a Mokatai Ambusher. All right. First rare, Takanuma Abandoned Mire. So another one of those lands, and that land is Noise. Takanuma is one of those ones. Still has a channel ability and gets lessened on the more legendary, the more creatures or planeswalkers you have on the field. But it basically mill 3 cards, then return a creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. So great way to kind of set up some ninjutsu. Great way to get something out of graveyard that you're really looking for. So good card there, and it's in foil. All right, Mojin of Roaring Blades. Again, I say this is a callback to the old Mojins from the old set. Only bad part about it is it has to be cast, and it has to be cast from your hand. That's the biggest downside to these Mojins, and they're so expensive in price or mana cost that it almost makes them irrelevant sometimes. And so it makes it really, really hard when it doesn't do a lot. And this one, when you remove that counter, the indestructible counter, it deals 7 damage to each of up to 3 targets, which is cool. But would you really want to spend 8 mana to deal, 21 damage across a total of 3 creatures? It can have its ups and downs, but I mean, if you got that much mana to go with, you probably can wipe their whole side of the board. I'm just saying in red. So cool little card. It's a rare. So hey, we'll roll with it. All right, Invoke Justice is another cycle from this set with the invokes and whatnot, but it's 4 white and 1 colorless. Return target creature permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then distribute 4 +1/+1 counters among any number of creatures and vehicles target player controls. Hold on, guys. All right, cool. I'm trying to avoid my child here. She's not letting me do that very well. Back to the Invoke Justice. All right, cool. And then we got another Lion Sash, the alternate art. As I said before, great graveyard hate there. So, yeah, it's a good card, beautiful art. So that's gonna stick around for quite some time. Next rare. Oh, Shigeki Jukai Visionary. Don't see this one drop too often in packs. So this is a really good snake druid here, guys. It's an enchantment creature. It's for 1 and a green. You tap it, returns Shigeki Jukai Visionary to his owner's hand. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest into your hand. I mean, to your graveyard. Also has a channel for XX and 2 green. Discard Shigeki. Return X target non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand. So it basically does it all in a sense of whatnot. I mean, it is in green, so you know how that goes. It's basically you if he's your commander, you put him out, you flip through, get your lands, and then anything you put in the graveyard, as long as it's not legendary, when he dies or you bounce it to your hand, you use his channel ability, get that stuff back or whatever in there that you want, get it back. And I mean, he's super efficient, whether he's your commander or just a card in your deck. Can't sleep on this card. It's really great. Sorry, he's in the rare pile. And then we got a Kaito Suzuki emblem. There we go. And it's in full. That's always nice too. Gotta love this guy. Gotta love this card. I like ninjas, and ninjas in the Planeswalker format is amazing. All right, cool. We are past the halfway and going on to the next pack. Let's see. So far, so good, guys. Like I said, this is it's hitting. I mean, the fact that the Wanderer is there, we pretty much covered, I'm pretty sure at this point, more than half of the price of the box. So, because the lands on top of that, you got Beseju. So, yeah, you know how it goes. Oh, yeah. Shigeki and Eldrazi is pretty nasty. So, yeah, I mean, you do a mono red Shigeki commander deck and line it up with Eldrazi in it. Bro, that would be nasty. You got a Beseju, oh man, all that stuff in there. Oh yeah, Yavi Maya. Yeah, you could be pretty nasty with that. So not a bad little outlook. I didn't think about him with Eldrazi. That would be a problem. Let's get past the baby stuff. Get our blue foil Yu-Gi-Oh land there. All right, and move on to some of that other stuff. And our first rare here, the Overhead Helm, another one of those equipment creatures. This card is really cool in the fact that if it deals combat damage, you can sacrifice it, and then discard your hand and draw 3 cards. So if you run, and the fact of the matter is, in red, especially running mono red, you're going to kill your hand. You're gonna run through your hand, gas out. This becomes a great setup to hit some damage on somebody if you're running low hit creatures. And yeah, get you 3 cards in your hand. So really cool. Plus you can equip them to a creature and make them a little bit bigger if you need to just punch through real hard to get to somebody. So useful card. Drum Bellower. This is also from the Katori deck, the pre-con. This is a very unique card in white. For the simple fact of this is basically a Seedborn Muse for creatures. It's flying, it's a spirit, untap all creatures you control during each other player's untap step. So yeah, so if you're running a deck where you're tapping a whole bunch of creatures for mana or for anything else, yeah, this untaps it and lets you do it again the next turn. So pretty good card. Let's see here. Tribute to Hirobi. This is a rare. I don't think, have I seen this card yet? I think I may have seen it once. Each opponent creates a 1/1 black rogue creature token. Okay, that lends itself to that rogue token. It does that for step 1, step 2. Step 3, exiles itself, comes back as a creature. Echo of Death's Wail. It has flying and haste. When Echo of Death's Wail enters the battlefield, gain control of all rat tokens. Whenever Echo of Death's Wail attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. May sacrifice another creature. Yeah. If you do draw a card. Okay, cool. So you don't have to draw a creature. I mean, you don't have to sacrifice a creature, but you can. So you get all those rats back. The only downside to this and Commander is 9 times out of 10 when you're making those rats, potentially those 1/1s you give to somebody could be used as blockers, and you might not ever get those creatures back. So I mean, I guess on the flip side, you do get a flying haste, but you get that like 2 turns later. So I don't know if that's the auto move, but yeah, pretty cool. It's a rare. All right, and the next one is the trashiest card in the entire set. Beautiful art. You see this look, and you just think like this is going to be amazing, but in reality, this card is super disappointing. And we even have our girl, the Wanderer, viewing, displayed on the cards. Beautiful art. You also have Rihanna. I think is her name, right? Not Rihanna. What am I saying? Rasada. I think is her name or whatever. Oh, it's a samurai from the set or whatever. If we pull a card, I'll kind of flow back to this one. I forget all the names so much. I've started doing my research on Capenna next, so my mind's in Capenna right now. But yes, you basically create X 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. They gain menace and haste until end of turn. Each opponent creates X -1 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. So they're making almost as many samurai as you are. The only difference is you get one more than they get, and you get your thing gets menace and haste, so you can swing. But they have vigilance, and they can always swing back. So this one kind of throws me a little off. Um, yeah, it could have been better. This card could have did the thing. If you're playing 1v1, I guess it could be useful because if you're trying to just get that last little hit in, it don't matter how many of those samurai you give them, they have menace, so they're having to block with 2 for your 1. You're gonna get a couple through either way it goes. So there you have it. That's that card. Great rare. And then the next rare, Reality Chip Part 2.0. This one's foil, but there's a regular one. Borderless. You get to see what the reality chip really looks like. That's a beautiful card. And like I said, in the future, you'll probably see people revisit this card and you'll see some things happening with stuff later in different sets. Yep, so that's the last rare there. We've got our token here. Construct on one side, Spirit on the other. Cool. And let's go with the next pack. Moving along because we can. So that makes it really easy and useful. All right. Get rid of the fodder. Move on to that land. Again, we got the forest one. Yeah, beautiful. All right, and then let's see here. Some of this alt art. Get through that. And first rare, I am seeing a theme here. Lion Sash is a thing here. We got what? This makes the third one. And we got one in every shape, size, and color, it seems. But yeah, so there you go. It's the regular one with foil. So, like I said, you're not going to run out of want for Lion Sash. Kamiya Celebration is our next rare. Whenever a modified creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, put a +1 counter on a target creature you control. Oh, that's pretty useful. I actually run a Lelia deck. That's mono red, and every time she attacks, she exiles a card and gets a +1 counter. So this would just exile a second card, give another +1 counter. Plus, I could choose to put the counter if I cast that card onto her. So this could be useful. I haven't seen this one much. I haven't seen this one much at all, so that was pretty nice. And very useful if you play an exile deck. But yeah, you gonna have every print now, Anthony, of that. And then here's the next one. Overhead Helm. So the alternate art of the one we pulled earlier. Less foil though. But yeah, it does its thing. It deals combat damage. You can sacrifice it, discard, and draw 3 cards. So there you go. And now this is a nice one. People slept on this one in the beginning. March of Otherworldly Light. So this one came out kind of underwhelming when people saw it, but now people are starting to catch on. If you're in a mono white deck, especially if you're playing anything like Light Paws or anything of that sort, March of Otherworldly Light is really, really good. It's one, like I said, it's a March part of that cycle. You exile any amount of white cards from your hand, and it discounts the card by 2. For each card. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment with mana value X or less. So base is a quick way to kind of just get rid of any kind of enchantment artifact or creature on the board. So great for Eldrazi or any other pesky little things that people put down. And I mean, if you don't have the mana, as long as you got one to create that white, you can exile stuff from your hand to take care of the rest of it. So really good card there. All right, and then a fun guy here, Tameshi Reality Architect. Um, People have found ways to make him broken, or people have been working hard to break him. He is really cool in the way that he plays. So yeah, he's a dope card. Whenever one or more done creature permanents are returned to hand, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn, and that was Wizards of the Coast way of keeping it from being too broken is by putting that tag on there of abilities trigger only once each turn. So it has slowed people down, but for any Magic player, that's like the ultimate way to kind of push them to work harder at breaking stuff is to tell them that they can't do something, and they'll find a way. His other ability is X and white. Return a land you control to his owner's hand. Return target artifact or enchantment card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. That's what keeps him in lower tiers, only being able to activate at sorcery speed. So you're only doing it on your turn, but he's good for if somebody puts a let's Lord forbid a omniscience in the graveyard and you want to put that on the battlefield, or what I've seen some people do, you can get your lands back if you're playing artifact lands. You can get back what is that, tops, soul rings, even stuff like the baubles or whatever, or the moxes if they get blown up or whatnot. But stuff that was sacrificed stuff put it in the graveyard, you can use that to put it back on the battlefield. So he definitely can still max out on his ability. So beautiful card. The art is lovely. It's in foil. I like this one. You and this Aloro. I gotta see this Aloro deck you're talking about, Anthony. All right, so let me see if I can make a little bit more space here because we get to that point of being full. I'll actually I could probably line them up here. Start them out here. Yeah, start right there. Boom, we'll put them there. And then we got a pilot and a samurai. So yeah, pretty dope. Foil tokens are really cool too, sir. Let's see here. And ma'am. All right. Here we go. Next up. Can we open the pack? Becomes the first question I always have to ask. Because, like I said, they get kind of tough to open. Alrighty. Cool, cool, cool. Let's get out the little fodder. We've seen these guys. Containment Construct. Good card to hold on to. He is going to have value later in life, I'm sure. Yeah, I want to see this Aloro. I got to see how bad he can get. Let's see here. All right, going to that dirty 40 foil land here in red. All right, let's pull this up a little bit. See if I can make some room. All right, the Altar. Oh, Selfless Samurai. This is my favorite card. If you're in white, you need to protect your creature. This guy does it. And if you have a Warrior and Samurai, if any of it attacks alone, it automatically gets you lifelink. So this card has been a lifesaver. I'm putting it in any deck that has white. I'm putting it in there. So pretty cool. Oh, my bad. I jumped ahead. Got Copper Tech Wrecker, the Ninja Turtle. And then we have Invoke the Ancients. This is another one of those evoke cards from the cycle. Create 2 4/5 green spirit creature tokens for each time. For each of them, put your choice of vigilance counter, a reach counter, or a trample counter on it. So, it's decent. It's useful. Not necessarily my ideal of a fun time, but I'm pretty sure in some decks somebody uses it and makes it work. So, cooler card. And this one, Imposter Mech. This is a good rare. Definitely a vehicle. It enters the battlefield and it basically clones a creature that your opponent controls. So that's another big one that a lot of people will overlook. I've seen it in a game where somebody misplayed. It has to be an opponent's card, so you have to hit the opponent's creature, or copy it rather. And this still is a vehicle, and it has crew 3, and it loses all other abilities. But I mean, the fact that the cool part of this one is you can make it almost unhittable for a little bit. So something like a Eldrazi, if you use a mirror Eldrazi or something, it becomes a Eldrazi artifact vehicle, but not a creature. It only becomes a creature when you crew it. So it kind of adds another layer of protection so you don't get pathed or something like that. So Path to Exile for anybody who doesn't know. So that's kind of a cool setup there that you can utilize to kind of help you too. So it's a pretty cool card, pretty dope. Great card to have. Oh, and the next one, I swung that too soon. Look at that. Kaito Suzuki, the art by the guy who did Fist of the North Star. Look at that. Bam, bam, and bam. Not foil, but it is the art. So that's a beautiful card too. Love the art. This one has kind of some legacy with it, or whatnot. Cause yeah, it's gonna probably have some value later down the line when somebody thinks of Fist of the North Star and wants this art for their collection. So pretty cool, pretty dope. I know a lot of people kind of went into an alternate turn where I thought these alternate arts would be like the biggest chase of these planeswalkers, but really it's been the anime art style, which has been the biggest push. But these are cool too. This is a beautiful card, great mythic pull right there. Oh, and while I'm still talking, bruh, look at that. The Wandering Emperor. She's not foiling, she's not shiny, but it's the Wandering Emperor. Two Wandering Emperors in one pack. That's some heat. That is some heat. It is the alternate art and it is still beautiful. Wow. Another mythic. There we go. And then we have the Line Sash. Like I said, every version, every type. This one's borderless in foil. Can't miss it. Line Sash is here to stay. It's telling you a secret. I think Anthony, I think it wants you to do a mono white deck or either an Azorius deck with what you're getting here. Yeah, that back to back, that is crazy. Two planeswalkers in one pack. That's awesome. I guess Kaito found the Emperor. Is what it is. Because in the story, he's chasing her. So he's been looking for her for all these years, and she finally came back to Kamigawa. And then by the end, spoiler alert, guys, she does leave. She does walk away, not purposely. So she's gone, but she was able to warn the Gatewatch from what it looks like because they are aware of the Predators and Phyrexia trying to come back. So, but I'll say that lore for an actual video about Capenna. So, you working on line deck? Well, line sash will fit perfectly in the line deck. 100%. Too bad you can't use all the copies. But the thing is, you get to choose your favorite, I guess. That's the way to look at it. You get your pick of the line sashes. All right, all right. We down. This is the third to the last. All right, let's get rid of that extra weight there. I love spinning wheel kick though. I wish this was in a different color because I can use it. I don't run enough green for this. But target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each of X target creatures and or planeswalkers. So if you can shoot this thing way up and then point it at a whole bunch of creatures, man, you can wheel kick a whole bunch of people. It's just the flavor is just there. Members of the Order of Jukai consume with Kami to enhance their martial prowess. It's just a dope kick to the face. I'm just saying it's cool. If I can find a deck to put it in, I will put it in just so I can do it to somebody. The other card was Life of Toshiro Umazawa. He's got the white Yukio land. Pretty dope. And then we have Haikou Yamazaki, the general, as the uncommon legendary commander. She's really cool because when you have a samurai or warrior attack alone, you may cast an artifact card for your graveyard. So a lot of red runs artifact for support. So she's very useful for that to help you get back some of those artifacts that you have to get rid of. So cool card to keep a watch on if you ever need some kind of artifact recursion. Peerless Samurai. She's similar to Haikou, but she actually lowers the cost of your next spell. So pretty cool. Whatever. Yep, that's the infiltrate, just the alternate arts of the ninjas. So pretty dope there. And then here we go. Satsuki, the Living Lore, is our next rare. This card is basically a lord for the sagas. She helps basically pump them up or whatever. So put a lore to tap, put a lore counter on each saga you control. Activate only as a sorcery. That's the downside of her, is to activate only as a sorcery. That's the one big flaw to her, really. Outside of her just being in green and white, but if she had more color, she'd be a lot better, I think. When Satsuki, the Living Lord, dies, choose up to one. Return target saga or enchantment creature you control to its owner's hand. Return target saga card from your graveyard to your hand. So, um, pretty cool. The one thing I haven't confirmed with her though, because as I think about this, oh no, she's good. So it's an enchantment creature. Never mind. Which I was looking at it wrong. She's not an enchantment creature. I was like, could she return herself? But no, I was wrong. But I'm pretty sure I will. Somebody will do a commander deck on this, and I really would look forward to seeing some playing against somebody who had a commander deck made out of her. So next is Mojin of Cryptic Dreams. I think this is actually one of the good Mojins that actually can be useful even at that high cost. Probably still wouldn't run it as a commander, but could see it useful in a game though. Hold on one second, guys. Oh shoot. Let's see here. All right, cool. So I could see myself using it in a game, because it's really good. So basically, it enters the battlefield if you catch it from your hand with an indestructible counter. But if you remove that indestructible counter from Morgan or Cryptic Dreams, copy target permanent spell you control 3 times. The copies become tokens or whatever. So that's really cool. Could you imagine? I mean, playing a freaking I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything in blue that's not legendary. The Deep Glow Skate. If you're playing a Planeswalker deck, play Deep Glow Skate, you can do 3 of these bad boys off rip. That's going to basically give you the win because you can Ultra Planeswalker so many times, it ain't going to make a difference. But any random little thing you can do, I mean, you basically copying and making a whole bunch of permanents. So can't beat that. That's a really good card. Eater of Virtue. This sword is the thing I run it in my goodness, why am I losing my train of thought? My Ishin deck or whatever, because yeah, you can just basically use it to let creatures die, or when creatures do die, any abilities that they have on them basically just get sucked into the sword. So that's really cool, and then you can use that to pump up something like Ishin, because I'll use everything around him, get all the abilities, attacks, all the cool little attack triggers that get doubled and stuff. On him, they'll all die. Go to the sword. As long as I can protect the sword or they don't destroy the sword, equip it to Ishin. Now I have a Ishin that's indestructible, has haste, double strike, all these different little keywords on him, and I can actually commander somebody out with just Ishin and the sword. So really cool, good for longer games. So yeah, or if you have any kind of way of just sacking and going through a rotation. So yeah, dope sword. All right, there we go. Rasana. So her name was Rasana. So this is the other the card from that really terrible sorcery that I showed you earlier. She was the other one that was fighting the Wanderer. Rasana is the sorry commander. Basically, she has haste. One of those creatures that you can use with the Eater of Virtue. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, if it doesn't have an indestructible counter on it, put an indestructible counter on it. Whenever combat is dealt to you, remove an indestructible counter from Rasana. So there you go. Now, one of the cool key tricks with her, let me tell you, if you actually use her and you use Pariah, and you, because Pariah basically says any combat damage that will be dealt to you, the player, is dealt to enchanted creature. You deal some combat damage to somebody with Rasana, give her an indestructible, then put the Pariah on her. Now people have no choice but to remove Rionya via some kind of exile spell to even get to her. And if you can give it hexproof somehow, Rasana becomes that girl, to say the least. So, and I love this alternate anime art. It's really good. She's a dope card, and yeah, it's very useful in that form if you play her that way. So, very cool. You can also, if you want it, put light paws in a deck with her, so he can help you get to that Pariah one way or the other. So yeah, little inside secret there. And you already know you put World Waker on her and blow everything up. People will be mad at you, but it does work and it's funny. There we go, Risonya. And next is Ao, the Dawn Sky. This is one of the new descendants of the original Dragon Spirits from Kamigawa. This is Borderless Foil. It's beautiful. It's our next mythic as well. Yeah, this thing is gorgeous. I don't think it's the biggest hitter in formats right now. I'm excited about it just because if you're playing a lot of low running creatures, a lot of low running artifact permanents, this becomes very useful. So I'll read it out to you just so you can know what it does. Flying in Vigilance. When AL the Dawn Sky dies, choose one. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put any number of non-land permanent cards with total mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Or put 2+1/+1 counters on each permanent you control that's a creature or vehicle. So it's great for pumping your other creatures that's on the board if you already have a board state built, or if you just need to get some value off top of your library. If you're running, like I said, a lot of low CMC creatures, a lot of low CMC artifacts, this becomes very prevalent, especially if you're even with people who I know you really not gonna run them in a CEH deck, but if you run a lot of low mana, the Moxes, the Soul Rings, all the little small stuff, I mean, you can pop a lot of 0 cost permanents right off with him right onto the battlefield. So it's pretty cool, very useful. And I mean, it's a 5/4 beater, so can't beat that. There we go, there we go. And then a treasure token with a samurai. So cool stuff there. All right, the second to the last. We are getting there, guys. We almost there, almost there. And so far so good. I ain't gonna lie, this has been really fun, really cool. No Jenga taxes, no Hitasukus, but you know the Planeswalker love is amazing here. 2 Wanderers in 1 pack. It's pretty dope. A Kaito and a Tezzeret. So there you have it. It's making edges, and we got a Boseiju. All you need is one more Boseiju with alternate art, and you on point. Get rid of the fodder here. Prosperous Thief again. Like I said, she is going to be useful, and we're going to see her again in the future. All right. And then we got that beautiful forest there. There's some alt art. Some cards. And then we got a Shigeki. Jukai Visionary. We talked about this one earlier. We have that borderless version. Now we have just the standard full one. So like I said, either way, very useful card, very efficient. If you're putting it as a commander for Eldrazi's, you're gonna really hurt some feelings because you can get some quick ramp real fast. We already know green is the deck of ramp. So I mean, if you got a lot of ramp, there you go. Most Eldrazi, I think most of them, if they go to the graveyard, they'll get cycled back in anyway. So yeah, you're safe. And here's another Mojin of Blooming Dawn. Borderless one. She is a lovely one. I love the art on this one. Just looks very like majestic and almost Elden Ring Dark Souls like too. So I can imagine running around on your little horse and running up on this big old creature and be like, oh shoot, it's indestructible. I'm gonna die. So beautiful card there. If you remove its indestructible counter, you create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token for each permanent you control. So that's going to include all your lands. So if you're already 9 times out of 10, you're going to have at least what 5 to 6 lands if you're casting this. So you're already making at least 6 permanents, and that's we're not including her. So that's another one there. So about 7 permanents off rip just having her on the field of 1/1. So she actually becomes useful, give you some beaters, some little bodies, some blockers, however you want to use her. But really good card, very useful. I think the blue and the white Mojins are the most efficient ones from this set. Alrighty, and then we have another rare here. Brilliant Restoration. Return all artifact and enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. 3 and 4 white pips. So sorcery there is basically if you run into anything that requires enchantments or artifacts, when all that stuff gets blown out of the end, especially running like something like Light Paws, and you need to kind of just refuel yourself. I mean, throw all your mana into this. Bring all that stuff back from the graveyard and slap it on Light Paws. Slap it on whatever character you have, or just put it on the field if it's not an aura. And yeah, do your thing. Do your thug thizzle. So a great little combat card at the end. All right, Mokatai Soul Ripper. This is a black vehicle. Whenever Mokatai Soul Ripper attacks, you may sacrifice another artifact or creature. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Mokatai Soul Ripper, and it gains menace until end of turn. So really cool and interesting card here. I mean, it's not the greatest artifact, but can be very useful. So if you need to ever get rid of artifacts, something like Ugin Nexus, to get it into the graveyard, this is great for that. When you swing, you sack that bad boy, that's gonna get an extra turn. And just to get rid of some of your creatures that you need to have killed, and if you're doing any kind of aristocrats or whatever. So, and it pumps itself. So pretty cool. And it's a low drop. All right, another Tatsunari Toad Rider. It's the Ninja one, borderless one. He looks really cool. This is that guy, Jiraiya. So yeah, I mean we've already seen him, kind of talked about him already. He is an enemy to Cheshire. They are combatants towards one another. So yeah, cool card right there. He jumps real good. And then we have a spirit token and a spirit token. So a green spirit with, I guess, depending on how many spirits you have, you get that much combat damage, that much power and toughness, and then a regular 1/1 spirit. And guys, finally we are here. The final pack. The front, the back, the side, the other side. This is it. What can we pull out of this one? What can we pull? I am kind of excited here. Drum roll, please. Uh-oh. Got a little movement. Got a little too excited. Can we see everything? We can see it all, right? We can see it all. All right, cool. Yes, let's move past the fodder. Bam. And we're going to get that blue Yu-Gi-Oh land. So, blue. All right. And excuse me if I'm pronouncing any words wrong, guys. I'm not Japanese. I'm not a linguist. Try my best. So my apologies if I mispronounce anything. Brilliant Restoration for our first rare on the pack. So we already kind of seen this already. Bring back your artifacts and your enchantments. This one's the regular art in foil. Beautiful card though. Beautiful card. Stop right there. Oh, this guy right here is from the Cheshire pre-con. Aki Battle Squad. Whenever one or more modified creatures you control attack, untap all modified creatures you control. Modify is anything that has a enchantment, equipment, or any counters on it. Just so you're aware. After this combat phase, there's an additional combat phase. This ability triggers only once each turn. And again, there's that key to keep it from going infinite. So they're trying to stop that at Wizards, trying to make you work for your victories and not just make it a one-hitter quitter type of deal. But yes, you get a second combat, which is really cool. This is already a 6/6 beater, so if it's swinging at you, it's hitting you really hard. And then there's cards such as Ryu, the Storm's Edge, that also triggers if a samurai attacks alone to get additional combat. So if you have this on the field and Ryu on the field, something's going to be swinging 3 times. So that's kind of dope. So some cool stuff there. Some cool things to look forward to. So yeah, there we go. Aki Battle Squad. This is a really good card. And it's a boardless. Next, Springleaf Avenger. Another rare. This is basically your Reclamation Sage. Right? Reclamation Sage is the one I'm looking for. I think is the one. I think no, Eternal Witness. Sorry, I take that back. Eternal Witness, the one that gets you a permanent back from your graveyard when it deals combat damage. So basically, it's a 3-drop, a 5-drop, 3 and 2 force, so a 6/5 insect ninja, but it has a ninjutsu of 3 and force. Whenever Springleaf Avenger deals combat damage to a player, return that permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. So a great way to get some recursion on any kind of creatures that may have been destroyed, or just need to get something that got milled from your graveyard. He's a pretty big body, so eventually people will run out of Eternal Witness. Thank you. People will run out of blockers on him or whatever, so you can hit hard, or if you're swinging something small, and then ninjutsu this bad boy in, you're gonna slap him for a lot of damage and get your card back. Excuse me. So really good, very useful card. I love the ninjas in green. And similar to the lines, Sash, apparently Shigeki is all over this pack. The Jukai Visionary. This is his alternate art, the anime art, which looks really cool. I actually haven't seen this art before. I'm quite impressed, to say the least. Yeah, I think he'll be the dopest version leading a Eldrazi pack, just because he looks really, really cool. Oh man, that's some dope art. We know what he does already. He's a 2 CMC drop card, 1/3 body. So I mean, get you a whole bunch of lands. So he is land ramp himself. So Mr. Land Ramp himself, right there. There you go, guys. I think that's a really good pull in the set. All right, the final rare. So no mythics in this one, guys. But I think we got there. We'll take a look at everything in a minute here once we finish up here. Invoke Despair. So this is another invoke card from the cycle. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life. And you draw a card. Then repeat this process for an enchantment and a planeswalker. So you can essentially gain up to 3 draws out of this in black. So that's really dope for 1 and 4 black. It is sorcerer speed, and then yeah, they lose life. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if they don't have it, if they have it, they sacrifice it, and you're good there. If they don't have it, and then you just draw a card. So pretty good. You can use it in pretty much any scenario. So that's a really good card. Alternate art with the foil is beautiful. So yeah, in mono black, this is a thing. In Crick, this is a thing. Very useful card in Crick. All right, cool. And then we have the final treasure and spirit. Cool. That was pretty dope, I must say. Really good. We got our tokens. Take a look at that. So yeah, and we got a little Kaito Suzuki to go with the Kaito Suzuki emblem. Got that. We got our lands, the 4 lands. Let's see here. We got some blue. We got some green. We got some black. Let's see if we can put them all together here. Got some white. Where did I put the red? Got the red. We'll just put it back there. Cool. So green, blue, black, white, and red. So nice little assortment of those 4 lands there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then all our beautiful rares. Let's go through this pile first. Go backwards the way we came. For the rares, let's see. Oh man, these are stack-tastic, right? All right. Stack of rares. That is dope. See, collector boosters are not bad. If you like the art and you like getting some value, it's actually really good. I didn't think that beforehand, but now I know. Brilliant Restoration, Mokatai Soul Ripper, Brilliant Restoration, Mojin, A Booming Dawn, Shigeki. I'm just gonna go through, just kind of, you can just kind of flip through so you can see what we all got here. So beautiful set of some rares. The lands are gorgeous. Only one Beseiju this time. The last pack we got a lot of Beseijus, which was really good. So the Beseijus are the ones that are hidden right now. I think it might be the next big thing to the Hedasugu Neon cards. I think Beseiju might be the other winner there when it comes to that value town. So the reality chip, like I said, this deck was definitely, I mean, this pack was definitely dominated by Shigeki and the Lion Sash. You see it in all shapes and sizes. At least you didn't get as many Ganjo uprisings. The last pack was a lot of Ganjos, so that was pretty underwhelming. But that is all the rares. Really dope. And then our lovely mythics. We didn't get as many as we got last time, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mythics. So you got about a mythic for every other pack, just about. That's A.L. the Dawn Sky, Kaito Suzuki, Nashi Moon Sage's Scion, Kotori, probably the only underwhelming mythic. Everything else is a hitter. The Wandering Emperor, we got her in full and regular. And Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh. So yeah, good little set of mythics there as well. And then we got a whole stack of, I would not say trash. I was just using the word as just, you know, a way to kind of put them off to the side. But these cards are actually really good. So ninjas, having a ninja deck, having these things in foil is gorgeous, beautiful art, as long as they don't curl on you. Yeah, so I mean, this is what fills out the rest of your deck when you're using certain themes. So some good stuff here, some good stuff there. Yeah, that was a pretty cool collector booster box, and that was really fun. So I hope y'all guys enjoyed it as well. Definitely feel free to come back and leave any more comments. Come back and check us out again. We will definitely be doing some more video drops. Got some more Commander games coming up. Yeah. Appreciate y'all guys hanging out with me today, and yeah, the gathering is in the black. Y'all stay connected. Thank y'all for coming out.